bring Faf du Plessis in, mate. Yeah, Faf du Plessis just got 100. That's a pretty good form, Bernie.
Boys and girls, welcome to the Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Show. Your host here is Orazio Santa Lucia. I'm here every week giving you the best news this side of Texas. I don't know why I said Texas, but anyway, we're here to chat all things Peel cricket, and as per usual, we've had a humdinger of a week. We've had loads and loads and loads happening. What's happened, you ask? What's happened, you ask? That's a bloody good question. I'll tell you what's happened. We now know who is the first finalist, who's the first team in the grand final of the RETRAVISION Premier T20 League. We had another humdinger of a match, which we'll chat about a bit later on. But it is officially the best T20 league outside of the Premier competition. That is a fact. That is a fact. Had a conversation with a couple of, we'll say, influential people within this fair game of cricket in this state. And they were very, very happy to state, and they were on record saying that the league is clearly the best outside of the Premier competition and could give some of the Premier clubs a run for their money. So well done to every single person involved. I know I've had an absolute ball being part of it, and all I'm doing is just sitting there watching the game. So and just calling it and all that sort of stuff. But it's been fantastic. The cricket has been amazing. Yeah, so well done to everyone there. But fantastic. So that's that. We know a bit more about that. We'll chat about that a bit later on. All our league cricket. What we do know is there are only 3 weeks till the first final, the first semi-final, or whichever final that'll be, and there's only 2 rounds to go. Believe it or not, we had another bloody tie. That's 4 ties this season in the competition. Now, I'm lost. I've never seen that many ties in one season in one competition. And let's be honest, we're a nice tidy little competition. We're not we haven't got that many teams and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, we've got 6 grades and things, but 4 ties. And that was Hall's Head and White Knights Baldivis in D grade. So we'll go into that one a little bit. I know I got a text from this man, and strangely enough, it's a great little segue. I got a text earlier later on Saturday going, you wouldn't bloody believe it. I said, mate, I know. I saw the scores. And he just said, well, that's our second in the club. Second for that team. So I think Hall's Head have been part of 2 ties in D grade this year. And that was Ash Wyborn who texted me, and sort of we had a little text chat. And funnily enough, he is the latest in the round of let's meet the presidents of the clubs or top officials or whoever the club's put forward to have a chat about their club. He's very, very elusive, this man. Doesn't want to be on camera and all that sort of stuff. But I've pulled him aside for, 15 minutes, and we had a good chat about everything Hall's Head. And as we know, having a very, very good season on the pitch and off the pitch. They do fantastic stuff as well. So we have a chat with Ash Wyborn later on in the show. What else have we got? Oh, congratulations to Pete Burton, 200 PCA games umpired. It was great to see the 2 teams on Saturday, Pinjarra and Hall's Head, give him a guard of honour as he walked out on the pitch. We've got to remember our officials. Every sport is really, really hurting with our officials, but we're lucky to have a core group, but we can always do with more, and we need to do everything we can to support and encourage them to stay on board and keep doing what they do. And obviously to make it a welcoming environment to say, hey, why can't we get some more? Remembering there's a little core group of umpires that are doing junior cricket in the PJCA, and the last couple of years, PJCA have done some great stuff with umpire development. So we want to keep that pathway going, just as we've done with players. So anyway, Pete is the umpire coordinator for the PCA, and great for him to get accolades for 200 games, standing there in the heat, in the sun, providing you guys with a fantastic service. So Pete, well done, mate. Good stuff. And also a massive well done to the Secret Harbour and Warnbro ladies, who played Pink Stumps Day on Sunday gone. Pink Stumps and the McGrath Foundation, obviously fantastic organisation. And the Pink Stumps Day is part of Australian cricket now, which is amazing. And money and awareness is raised for women's breast cancer. And it was very fitting. Amy Duckworth, who's part of the Secret Harbour football club, but part of the whole club as a whole, she's a breast cancer survivor. And she was there to hand over the inaugural Madeline King MP trophy. So Warnbro and Secret Harbour will be playing off for that cup every year from now on. And Secret Harbour were the first winners of that. So well done to the Secret Harbour ladies. Well done to everyone involved. And thank you very much, Madeline King. If you are listening, jump on a Facebook. I did a little post today for the PCA Facebook page, and you can jump on a Facebook and jump on a Madeline King's Facebook page, and you'll see she actually mentioned the game and how proud she was to be associated with Secret Harbour and Pink Stumps Day in that particular match. And she's very proud to host, I guess, and provide the trophy and have her name attached to that trophy. So it was mentioned in Parliament. She had a big 5-minute speech sort of thing. So that's how high we're regarded in the PCA. It's going to Parliament. That's where it is. So thank you to everyone involved there. Even the Mayor of Rockingham, Deb Hamlin, who's the new Mayor of Rockingham after a very long stint by the previous mayor. So she was there as well. So look, ladies, putting our name up there, which is fantastic. They all do, and they're killing it. The Women's League is absolutely killing it, and it's awesome to see that grow and get stronger every day. Also, just a reminder, I dropped a secret little episode during the week, a couple of days ago. Very, very privileged to have a chat to Adam Voges, the winning coach of the recent Big Bash with the Perth Scorchers. He is WA cricket royalty. And he is he's always going to be a Warnbro boy. So he's a former Warnbro junior and still has ties with the club. We had a chat to Adam and spoke all things about that, where he started, and he's had some very, very high regard for some people that helped him as a young kid. I don't know the guy, so that's for you guys at Warnbro and other guys in the league that'll know. But look, it's a great little chat, and I think Test player, the second highest Test average of all time, 61 point whatever it was. He's got records galore. The man is a star. He's WA cricket royalty. He's going to go Hall of Fame, all that sort of stuff. And to top it off, he's an absolute ripper bloke. Privileged to have worked next to him. Always made time for you. Had a coffee, had a chat, all that sort of stuff. So thank you, Adam, for that. And if you haven't listened to it, why not download it and listen to it at your own leisure. Also, just letting you know, there'll be another little special episode dropping next week as well. That there is the introduction for the greatest little podcast known about Peel Cricket. The Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Show. My name is Orazio Santalucia. It is the longest name in history. It is a mouthful, but you can't forget me. We are very, very privileged and proud to partner with these fantastic sponsors around us here. We have got, that way, RETRAVISION. You know all about them. 60-day price guarantee. They know their stuff. If you're buying white goods, electrical goods, and anything in that realm, if you're going anywhere else than RETRAVISION, you are mad. They know what they're talking about. They've got click and collect, guys. That, shopping from your phone, it doesn't get any easier than that. RETRAVISION. Everlast Sports Drinks. Saw on Tuesday, I made a little quick mention. One of the little stars of junior cricket in the region, Taylor Flowers. So the Flowers family, Emma doing magnificent stuff with the girls' competition, and Taylor just getting better and better every time she plays. I know Neil Kennedy and family are super proud of their little granddaughter, and she's not so little anymore. She was when I coached her, but now she's a very tall, athletic young girl. But yeah, anyway, she's there watching the T20 cricket, watching a fantastic game of cricket, and she's there sipping on an Everlast, and she was on the lemon zest. She says she's been listening. Smart girl. So good to see it being enjoyed at cricket clubs around the PCA. So finals coming up. You can get another order in, get into Johnny Sanders there. There's his number. And talking about Johnny Sanders, ESA Sport. They do everything sport. You can see apparel, coaching, Everlast Sports Drink. They distribute that stuff. Memorabilia. You might have end-of-season raffles, all that sort of stuff. Do you want a superstar? Do you want a sports star coming to talk at your club? Have a chat to Hall's Head. They've either had their race night or quiz night or whatever it was with Damien Martin, but you know, doesn't get much bigger than him either. And that's the basketballer, Damien Martin, Australian Perth Wildcats, legend of basketball in this state, and a ripping bloke as well. ESA Sport, get on to them. They are our supporters. This is the Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Show. We will be back after this. Okay. Here we are. We're here for your favourite part of the Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Show, which is proudly supported by all these guys here. RETRAVISION, Everlast, ESA Sport. Get behind them because they get behind you. We're going to go through the scores. We're going to go through what happened during the week. I'm going to try to do it as quick as we can. So, first game, Mandurah versus South Mandurah. Another derby, or derby, depending where you come from. And, yeah, another disappointing day for the club south of this great little city of Mandurah. Mandurah had a belter for themselves, 7 for 330, if you don't mind. And that was dominated by skipper Jordan Bell with his second ton of the year, 123. Well done, Skip. And Jack Searle got his top score for the season, 50 not out. And had a little post. Their club photographer, I think John Moore, took some great shots at training. And it was a great shot of Searle hitting one through the covers in training, and he sort of said, you know, haven't hit him that well this year. Hope I have a good one this week, and you did. So well done, mate. South Mandurah, unfortunately, rock and rolled for 112, so it wasn't a long day for them. The game was done quite early. That's their fourth score of under 120 this side of Christmas. Haven't won one since Christmas after setting the joint alight early. So yeah, just a bit undermanned this week, and it's getting tough. I know there's only 2 games left, but it'd be great to see the club get up for one last victory at least this season. Obviously, Jared Lennon, who's done so much work this season, it's not even funny. You know, we can't undersell the fact that they have the hybrid pitch down at Falcon Reserve, and what a game changer that has been and will be, and will continue to be moving forward. So, but anyway, well done to Mandurah. That's a big win, 330 runs. I don't see that very, very often. So well done, boys. Next game, Shoalwater defeated quite handsomely, really, by Warnbro by 5 wickets. They were rock and roll for 86. Shoalwater batting first. And fittingly, on reconciliation round, Kieran Ugle Jr., 5 for 43. Using his guile and experience, got through Shoalwater. That's a big win for Warnbro. They chased the score down 5 down, so they didn't do it that easy, I guess. But Dane Ugle helped them over the line. He got 46. So it was, like I said, reconciliation round. Some of the leaders in our cricket community in Peel cricket, the Ugle family, and they dominated the game. So well done yet again. Dane just showing his class, and Kieran just reminding us, hey, I'm still here. And good for Warnbro to get back on the winning circle. And for Shoalwater, a little bit disappointing for them because they've had a really good run. And as a club as a whole, they're having a fantastic run this year. But that may have been that's the one that probably just knocks them out of contention for the finals. But you never know. Next game, and this is a big one. White Knights Baldivis 168. They defeated Singleton all out 94. So a little bit of an upset there. That's not having a go at White Knights at all. They're having a good solid season themselves, but Singleton, one of the fancy teams, the defending champs, they were rock and roll there. What 100 out of the 168, Ben Merrifield got 63, and Baron Grove got 42. And what have we got there? Oh, what have we got there? The big man, Steph Botha, 4 for 16. And yes, he is South African. So I had a little... Well, I asked, didn't I? I was very polite. I didn't know what part of Southern Africa the big fella come from, and he sent me a message and sort of said, enjoying listening to your show, having a bit of breakfast on Saturday morning. Just letting you know, mate, very much South African. So the South African, Steph Botha, 4 for 16. That gets him up to 40 poles for the season. 40, leading by quite a bit in the whole competition at 10.9. 10.9. So, mate, just keep on keeping on. He's having a great season, and well done to the Knight boys there. And the next game, Pinjarra defeated by Hall's Head. Pinjarra 146. Couldn't quite chase down Hall's Head's 200. That was led by Brad Scott, who got 46, the new recruit this season. And the main man, Jamie Lee, got another 4 wickets. He got 4 for 25, I believe my handwriting is. And he's having a ripper season himself. 542 runs and 32 wickets as well for the season. So the veteran all-rounder really reminding everyone that he's still a force to be reckoned with. And the last game, Secret Harbour, a bit undermanned this week. They got a bit of a touch-up, 9 for 72. Jaden Lorimer got 4 for 28 there for Waroona. And Waroona they made 8 for 244, batting first. Matt Thomas had a good day with the ball last week, got 85 not this week. And he was supported by Brandon Burt, who got 65. So Waroona, Hall's Head, just keep on keeping on, just flexing the muscle, just doing what they got to do. You don't have to play your best cricket right now. You want to do it in about 3 weeks' time when the finals hit. So they're both, they're in, they're done. So Waroona, Hall's Head, they're both on 82 points. They know what they're doing. But the next 2 spots are getting, it's a hot race between 3. I can't see the next, I think the next one are actually South Mandurah. I can't see them fighting, and Shoalwater, probably that game they lost is probably, that's it. That's too far now. They'd have to get bonus points and smash everyone and everyone above them, and yeah, I think it's just too hard. But Warnbro, Singleton and Mandurah, Warnbro on 65, Singleton on 60, Mandurah on 57. So got to win every game, and you got to make sure it's working. And if I'm right, so what have we got this week? So we have Mandurah have got Secret Harbour, Singleton have Waroona, and Hall's Head have Shoalwater. So that could be a big one. And Warnbro have South Mandurah. So maybe at the end of this week we may know who the finalists are, but we may not. Anyway, that's A grade done and dusted. Let's move on to B grade very quickly. First game, North Baldivis 162 all out. They were defeated by Mandurah 7 for 163. Jacob Hutton got 58 there. That's his second 50 of the season. North Baldivis knocked off again. So they were flying, and then they're just stuttering along a little bit now. So they are catchable. B grade wide open. We'll see that a little bit later on. Next game, Warnbro 123. They were defeated by Shoalwater 6 for 216. Dale Norman got 60, and Run Machine in B grade, Paul Gravett 64. He's up to 657 runs. I believe he's the second highest run scorer in the comp at the moment at 82.13, if you don't mind. So, geez, I tell you what, is there a chance to play A grade or what? Anyway, well done, Paul, just continuing, and well done to Shoalwater. They've really had a really good run post-Christmas here. Singleton versus White Knights Baldivis. So we've had 4 ties this year. We nearly had a 5th one. So Singleton all out 148. They defeated White Knights Baldivis all out 147. A 1-run victory. Can't get much closer than that. Luke Rogers got 62 for Singleton. Visak Verma got 47 for White Knights. And Bob Brahm got 4 for 29. He's having a nice little run with the ball there. This second half of the season for Singleton. So that must have been an absolute cracker, nail biter. just adds to the fantastic cricket we've had this season. Next game, Hall's Head 9 for 234. They defeated Pinjarra 8 for 154. Richard Woods got 69 for Hall's Head. Shane Turner 57 for Pinjarra, and Lewis Starbuck got 5. Michelle 5 for 23 for Hall's Head, and Hall's Head had a very good win there. And final game, Hillman. Ladder leading Hillman 4 for 122. They defeated Secret Harbour. Was that South Mandurah? I think Secret Harbour, sorry. That's my writing, my handwriting. I didn't type this, I handwrote it, and my handwriting is shocking. Secret Harbour all out 119. Veteran Troy Lovegrove 4 for 14. So good win there for Hillman. So Hillman top, they know what they're doing. They are definitely top 2. They'll be there in the finals. Shoalwater having this huge run on the inside rail there. They're on 78. They have moved up to second. They'll be in the finals. North Baldivis third. They've dropped from top to third. They're on 75 points. I dare say they should be okay. But the fight for fourth is going to be a tight one. You've got Hall's Head there currently. They're on 71. But you've got Warmborough on 64 and White Knights on 64 as well. So I think the run for fourth is the tight one. But I don't think North Baldivis can afford to lose any games either. So she's a tight one there in B grade there. Good luck to everyone there. Let's move on to C grade. Mandurah 101. They were defeated by White Knights quite convincingly. They chased it down. 1 down. Liam Betley got 50 not out for White Knights Baldivis. So good win there for the Night Boys. Next game, South Mandurah all out 77. They were defeated by North Baldivis, who got 145. Siddharth Saini got 5 for 10 in rock and rolling South Mandurah there. And Akil Raju got 79 of the 145. So well done to North Baldivis there. We move on to the next one. Shoalwater 4 for 120. Defeat Singleton 9 for 113. Brad Smith got 64 for Shoalwater. And Michael Reeder got 6 for 32 in rock and rolling Singleton. Or not quite rock and rolling, but 9 for 113. So C grade, locked and loaded. We knew that last week. White Knights, South Mandurah, Shoalwater, North Baldivis. They know what they're doing in 3 weeks' time. Let's go down to D grade. White Knights Baldivis 9 for 188. Tied with Hall's Head 9 for 188. So Hall's Head batted first. They got the 9 for 188. Adam Gray got 41 and Brad Malinga got 42. And chasing, 9 for 188 at the end of there, 45. Couldn't kick one, couldn't run an extra one. Dave Brewer got 68. Jason Yulden got 56. And Alec Smith got 4 for 37. So, fourth tie of the season. You wouldn't read about it. Waruna 2 for 70 defeated Hillman 69. And Club Prez, Mark Butler, 5 for 6 off 9 overs with 5 maidens. So well bowled there, Mark. Big win there for Waruna. And the next game, Warmborough 5 for 268 defeated Pinjarra 9 for 121. My man Chris Babara 71. He moves on to about 500 plus runs this season. And Mark Stamp got 44. So well done to Warmborough there. Big winners against Pinjarra. The finals there, it's pretty much sorted there as well. Hall's Head, Warmborough, Hillman, White Knights. They'll be the 4 playing finals in 3 weeks' time. Let's get on to E-grade cricket. So we have Shoalwater 9 for 146. They defeated Hall's Head 8 for 84. Luke Cook got 45, not out for Shoalwater. Mandurah 4 for 166. Defeated Warmborough all out 64. Mark Moore got 46 for Mandurah in that 166. Secret Harbour 8 for 84. They were defeated by Singleton 8 for 237. I think my handwriting is, or 230 something anyway. And they were yeepulled. Jeff Yeepull, another ton, 109 not out. Well done, Jeff. I believe that's his second ton of the season. He's having a very good season. White Knights Baldivis 9 for 184. They defeated South Mandurah 9 for 122. Matt Vinkovic got 48, and Aaron Dunwoody got 5 for 29 for South Mandurah. Out of those 9 wickets to fall in the White Knight Baldivis innings. And what's the ladder look like there? There's a bit of a run here. So White Knights 159, Mandurah 156. So they've had storming seasons. Hall's Head on 136, North Baldivis on 128, Shoalwater on 124. So the way I read it, top 3, you'd think they're done. They're okay. I don't think that's going to change. And North Baldivis and Shoalwater are going to be fighting out for that 4th spot. So she's a tight one in E grade again. And let's get to F grade. Hillman had an easy win, 3 for 85. They defeated Shoalwater all out 70. Zach Kirkwood got 4 for 14 for Hillman there. Pinjarra 7 for 186. They defeated Warnborough 3 for 140. Daryl Morgan 100 even, not out in Pinjarra's 176. Well done there. And Brad Rowe got 59 for Warnborough. But it wasn't enough as Pinjarra won that one. And Hall's Head 8 for 159. They were defeated by White Knights Baldivis 5 for 241. In the 159, Ben Dreco, well done mate, got 55 not out. He would have been probably pretty tired at the end of that one, but does a hell of a lot for cricket in the region and his club and junior cricket as a whole. So well done Ben, good stuff, 55 not. And in White Knights Baldivis 241, I'm presuming this has to be right, but you know, John Newman has to be Sammy Newman, surely. Someone tell me, someone write in whatever. John Sammy Newman, I'm going with it, 85. And Hayden Crowage got 66 out of the 241. So big win there for the White Knights boys. They are top of the table there. The finals will be White Knights Baldivis, Hillman, Warnborough and Hall's Head. They will be the ones fighting out for the premiership glory in F grade. That there is a wrap of Saturday cricket. We've still got 2 games to go. And then we'll know exactly who are in the finals, what they're going to look like, and we'll probably have a really good preview of the finals when we get there. So look out for that particular show. We'll have some, we'll have a lot of interviews that particular week because I think it's important that we really pump up the competition. And in saying that, been working really hard with the Mandurah Mail in particular. I don't know if you saw today's edition, but we got a full page. We got the whole page full of cricket, and I'm pushing really hard to get more online presence with them as well, so that the those of you that aren't in the delivery zone, you can see it online as well. So look out for that in the coming days for some online sort of coverage there. So try my best to pump up this little comp and put all your names in lights. Speaking of lights, what a great segue, hey? RETRAVISION Premier T20 League Cricket. First semi-final, Singleton versus Shoalwater. Boy, oh boy, wowee, in the words of the great BT, what a game. What a game. Wicket was a little bit softer than we've had over the previous weeks, and that's simply because, as you know, it's pretty damn hot this week. So the groundsman just doing his job and just keeping the moisture in and trying to seal the moisture underneath so that it's going to be able to be a good wicket for the weekend coming. So, and the wicket was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. It just had a little bit in it. The ball stuck in the wicket a little bit more. So batting wasn't going to be as easy as it has been over the last few weeks. But in saying that, bowlers are still got to bowl well. Anyway, how did we go? Well, Shoalwater batted first. And you probably were going to bat first. Most teams do. Bat in daylight. Batting at night is still a challenge, and that's simply because you just don't do it very often. The wicket doesn't change. The ground doesn't really change much. It's just the fact that it's under lights. So it's maybe a little bit harder to pick up and things like that. So anyway, so Shoalwater batted first. Liam Richards held the innings together for Shoalwater yet again. Did it the last time we saw him. And did really well because he could have easily thrown it away. He'd be the first to admit it. He stunk it up early. Just couldn't hit the ball off the square. Really struggled and fell way behind on the ball's face to run scored. You want to try to be, 110, 120, I reckon, strike rate in community cricket. You want to be ahead of the ledger, and he was well behind. Then he just got 1 or 2 off the middle, and he was off and away. And then he really took over and started to really express himself and play the ball all over and play some big shots, hit some big sixes, and was ready to really take the innings apart, really tear it apart. And then I don't know what happened. He just sort of chipped one. They set up a leg side sort of, I don't know if it was a leg side trap, but he just literally just hit it straight to Timmy Hutch. It finally was just bang, done, out. And just like that, he was out. And that was about it. No one else could really get the innings going. They had not a bad start, and then they just dropped right off in the middle overs towards the back end. They just couldn't get going. And at 6 for 119 at the end of their batting innings, he's just thinking that's probably 20 short. And if they were honest, I'm pretty sure they walking off the pitch going, yeah, we've left at least 20 runs out here. And at that stage, Singleton would have been thinking, yep, we've got this, boys, not a problem. Timmy Hutch opened the bowling and was quite miserly again. He's just developing into a really good white ball bowler, 2 for 19. And marquee player Nick Maiolo, just using his guile, his skill, experience, just bowled licorice all sorts. He just bowled a bit of this, a bit of that, and he got 2 for 14, did really, really well. So at halfway, if you're a betting man, you probably would have put your money on Singleton. They've obviously got a pretty deep batting lineup, defending champions, a lot of experience in that batting lineup. Very, very good marquee player in Nick Maiolo, who's been there, done that. You got the captain of the WA Country 11. You got a pretty good batting lineup there. You're thinking, yep, Singleton will probably get this, and they started like that. Well, Mitch Smith. Again, I don't know whether he likes the camera or something like that, but he went he actually looked a bit like Stuart Broad. I said it to him as he walked out in the ground for warm-ups. He had the headband on, but he shaved all his head off, so he didn't really need it. But who cares? Do what you want, mate. He charged in, and he was excellent from ball one. Got an early wicket. We got it wrong because the boys changed their shirts, so we thought it was Brad Ranford, but it wasn't. It was Bert. But anyway, we got it right in the end, and he was on fire. But they were able to score quite easily at the other end, and for a while, Singleton, they were flying. They were after 11 overs, they were on about 70, and they were cruising towards that total of 120. All the Shoalwater people around us, they were packing up the picnic. They were starting the cars. They were going. Someone forgot to tell 2 of the younger bowlers in the team, and this boy did it the last time we saw him. In another one of the long hair crew, Jackson Ward, and he's got a bit of a unusual sort of approach, sort of stutters in and just sort of puts the ball there, but he went 2 for 14 off his 4 overs, so they just couldn't get hold of him whatsoever, and when they tried, they just hit it straight to the boundary fielders. And really, really good, mature, ahead of his age, and we've just seen this boy grow up in front of us. Mitch Oliver, come on, he got 2 for 18 off his 4 and bowling very, very good leg spin. Really, really impressed by this young man. He's gone and done a lot of work on his bowling. He's taken it upon himself to really improve that facet of his game. And for a young man to come on and own it, he just owned it. He just sets his field, he's got his plans, and he just comes on and owns it. And he's showing guys double his age how to do it. And he was fantastic. And he's been very good in all games that we've seen. He's been unlucky in the other games, hasn't really got the reward, but he got the reward this week. Got 2 in 1 over, I think it was, or 2 in 2 overs, and just tore him apart. And Mitch Oliver and Jackson Ward, 2 of the youngest guys on the pitch, did it. And at the end, Singleton could only get to 117. It was so tight at the end. Big Josh Bowler, obviously a former Shoalwater player, didn't limp out to the crease this week. He could walk a little bit better, and I think it was in the final over. So Matt Skelton didn't have his best day with the ball, but the man's got him to this far. He's had a great tournament himself. Don't worry about that. Might be on board. One of my faves. And he bowled one into Josh Senior's area, and he just hoiked it and hit one of big 6 towards the pavilion. And all of a sudden it was like, got a little bit shaky, but they got there in the end. They held their nerve. even though they tried their best to throw the game away, I think Singleton dropped Shoalwater dropped about 5 catches. And even the last ball, they threw the ball away. They were silly. It could have gone all... But anyway, panic set in, but they won. And a very, very, very happy Shoalwater are through to the grand final of the RETRAVISION Premier T20 League. They will take on the winner of next week's game. And, mate, if there is a game to make sure you tune in and watch, or get off the chair and get down to the ground and watch, because it'll be a hell of a game. I think probably it could be the game of the season across everything. And that's on everyone to better it. Mandurah versus Hallshead. They are playing off for the second spot in the final, because we know Shoalwater are there. So Shoalwater are there watching, and they'll be just there. They'll be taking notes. They'll be seeing who they've got to take on the week after. Mandurah versus Hallshead. I believe the main man, Chris Sarberg, might be getting a phone call saying, mate, are you available? Are you back? Can you come and play? We had Chris Davenport playing for Hallshead. A very, very good replacement marquee. Hallshead have got batting depth. They bat for days. Mandurah have got some serious players, some serious talent, some serious young talent. Excitement machine. My man, he's one of mine. Okay, I'm only claiming him because I like watching him, and I've told enough people about him. Albert Esterhausen, excitement machine. He is a Perth scorcher waiting in the waiting. That's my big call. Okay, don't let it get to your head, young man. You've still got a lot of work to do, but I think he's a Perth scorcher in the making. Anyway, Mandurah versus Hallshead next week in the RETRAVISION Premier T20 League. And as I said earlier, it is known as and recognised as the best T20 league in the state outside of the Premier League competition. So well done to everyone involved. Whew. That is all the scores and everything else that's happening on the cricket pitch. This is the Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Show. I am Orazio Santalucia. I am bringing you the good oil every week here, but I can't do it without the support of RETRAVISION, Everlast and ESA Sport. Next segment, we are chatting to the elusive Hallshead Presidente, Ash Wyborn. Enjoy. Okay, welcome back everyone. We're on the Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Show, which as usual is proudly supported by RETRAVISION, ESA Sport and Everlast Sports Drinks. Hopefully you're getting those Everlast Sports Drinks in the fridges. Okay, the latest in the series of my little chats with the club presidents, the guys that are sort of keeping each club together and keeping them running, along with their team of committee members, is the ever evasive and the man that's really hard to get hold of, Hallshead President Ash Wyborn. How are you, Ash?
Yeah, good. All right, so how's things, mate?
Not too bad, not too bad. I'm glad to have finally got hold of you. Now, we're here on a Tuesday evening. We're just about set for the next round of the RETRAVISION Premier T20 League. Should be an absolute belter tonight. We've got Hillman versus Mandurah. They'll both be playing off to see who gets through to the semi-final stage. But this man here, Ash, is here every day probably, but he's here every Tuesday anyway. He's here, helps set up the ground, sets up the frog box and sets everything up, as well as making sure that everything's ready to go. So Ash, do you actually go home at all?
My wife would think I don't. Sometimes my kids ask who I am when I walk in the door.
So cricket season's obviously a very busy time. You got a club that's got six senior teams.
Yeah, five men's sides and a very strong women's side.
Yeah, and then you've got I know you're the president of the club, and the juniors have got like their own subcommittee, I guess, to a certain extent. But there's a hell of a lot of junior sides as well.
Yeah, we've got a one club model. So I'm technically the president of the whole club, and Ben Dreco, who's vice president of the whole club, but takes on the role as a junior president. Does a great job. Yeah, we've got 17s, 15s, 14s, 12s, 11s and 10s all down to junior blasters. So Yeah, no, it's a big operation. We spend a lot of hours in the background, but it's supported by a very strong committee. Obviously backed by some very good sponsors, RETRAVISION being one of them.
They get around, do RETRAVISION. Remember to get in there for all your electrical, white goods, all that sort of stuff. If you're going anywhere else, you've got rocks in your head. Now, Ash, what's a typical week, or is there no such thing as a typical week? Because, again, they have so many sides and so many things to deal with. You've got players moving here, there and everywhere. You've got... you're one of the major clubs in the competition. You've got a venue that everyone wants to play at because you've got lights. Look, it must be hard at times to sort of balance everything out.
Yeah, cricket never sleeps, especially community level at this club. I'm forever on my phone dealing with issues and current or future events and just everyday stuff. It's non-stop. Yeah, but like I said, having a good committee, I can delegate tasks onto those guys. So, I'm quite busy, but it's good to have a strong committee behind me. So.
Now we get onto the playing front here, the fun stuff, because that's why you sort of do all this. So as we're recording this, the Horsehead Cricket Club had their most successful weekend probably in history in regards to the number of wins because of sides. But so all the men's teams won. So that's
correct, yep.
A to
Yep.
A, B,
D, E, F.
D, E, F.
Yep.
Some convincing wins along the way, and the ladies won on Sunday. So as is customary with a lot of cricket clubs, the Presidente has to open the wallet and the moths start to fly out, but it normally shouts the bar. So how did it go on the weekend with that?
It was interesting. I was at a 70th birthday party, which conveniently was here. So after cricket, I raced home and had a shower and got ready for that and walked in, and as soon as there was cheers everywhere, the boys were into me, and I said, just wait until tomorrow. The girls are going to play tomorrow, so one club. They were into me, and I said, well, if you want to go now, we'll go now, but I'm going to have to tip into the wallet for the girls on Thursday night, I think. So, look, we have had 6 wins before, but we haven't had 100% strike rate since we had the ladies, so it's a fantastic result. The club's going well. Can always improve, but it was pretty happy, pretty good atmosphere to walk into on a Saturday night back here.
Yeah, and you had some outstanding performances throughout. Like you had, as a club president, to see some of the younger players sort of step up. So you had Jake Patterson get 5. He's an under 16 taking 5 in B grade to absolutely railroad Singleton Irwinians, who are one of the stronger clubs sort of going round.
Yeah, it's a Scotty Boland-esque performance of 5 for 4. Young Jake's played a fair bit of A grade this year. Only the last 2 games he's just fallen out of favour, just as we had a few injuries at the start of the year. So I think that A grade experience at the start of the year has put him in good stead. He's a good young kid. He's got a good family behind him, and he plays a fair bit of cricket. He's heavily involved with the under-17s at Rocky Mandra. But Jake performed really, really well. So and then we had another 17-year-old kid in. He got dropped from D grade to E grade, who went down and took 7 for 15 and single-handedly won a very tight game against South Mandra in the E grade, which probably consolidates our E grade side in the top 4. So young Maxie Roberts did really well then, and the F grade had a must-win game against Pinjarra. Obviously, 6-team comp, top 3 sides very, very strong, and the bottom 3 there or thereabouts. But we had a Bodie Bodie took 4 for 10 bowling first, and then opened the batting and got 100 off about 40 rocks.
35 balls, I think it was 10 4s and 9 6s, so he ran 6 or 5.
No disrespect, Bodie, but that is a small ground at the tennis courts at Pinjarra, but 100 is 100, so good on you, mate.
Yeah, there were some outstanding performances. And in A grade, you've got some really classy players, some good experienced players. Batting the batting strength is throughout the club, and I've had numerous chats with you and you weren't sure, but then you did your maths a couple of weeks ago, and you said, hang on, actually, you're probably right.
Yeah.
I know I'm right. And
well, the interesting thing is all the skippers say we've got too many bowlers. So to actually have a deep dive and look at the batting stats, I was actually quite impressed. But batting probably is our strength in A grade, and I think there's 6 or 7 blokes bowl. So
you've got a real good mix. You got. Jack Manuel leading the way this year, a stylish left-hander. He's second behind a very good player in Dane Newgill, and Dane just continues to do it year in, year out. No matter where he plays, he's just an absolute run machine. But Jack's not far behind him, and he's led the way this year, hasn't he, really? Yeah,
Jack sets the tone for the side, batting at 3. I might be biased, but I've had a lot of other people say he's the best bat in the comp. He played at very high standard, but I think the good thing for Jack is he's supported. He's not relied on every week on, week out, but he's was a class as permanent, so they say.
Mm-hmm.
We've got obviously Josh Rudge, our coach, who's a country 11 player, and at the start of the season we were struggling for batting depth, but we've had a few blokes come back, and with the addition of Brad Scott, who now opens the bowling, and that's 6 or 7 for us at the moment. Is we're lucky to find him, and travelling around Australia, and got a phone call from a former player, Andrew Taddison, saying that Brad's looking for a game of cricket, and he put us on the Hall's head. So we've been very fortunate with that. He's been a great addition, good bloke as well. The side's going from strength to strength. But we're coming to the business end of the season, so we're it's a very tight comp at the top of the A grade.
Oh, it's extremely tight, and a lot of the grades are like that. A grade you've got, it's probably about 5 now, I think. But any of the top 5, you've only got to get to the finals, and then from there it's another season. B grade has tightened up completely. Hillman and North Baldivis are running away with it, but now everyone's caught them, and amongst the other grades, it's all pretty tight, which is really good for the competition. Now, Peelwood Reserve, it's one of the premier venues, if not the premier. What sort of pressure is there on a club like Hall's Head in hosting games, and you've got the lights, and you started with the frog box, and everyone else has sort of followed, and all that sort of stuff. Do you feel any more pressure there as a club, or?
Oh no, we have a goal. We want to be the best club in the Peel region. I'm sure every other club that feels the same way about their club, but we're the lucky club that has the ability to host night games. We try and share it around with other clubs, the day nighters. They all get a chance to play a T20 here. The wicket probably cops are hiding because it gets so much cricket.
But in saying that, the groundsman this year has done an amazing. Because the square we're in February now. I can't believe we're in February.
Yeah.
The coverage of grass at this time of the year is unseen.
Yeah, so we've got a new curator this year. He's doing a fantastic job. Joey McConnell, who was a curator here for a long time, did a great job as well. But the new guys just brought a different life. Prepares a slightly different wicket, more grey. It's a little bit greener, but and a bit more grass. But we're regularly getting 200 plus here on a Saturday for each side. So there's a lot of being 200, 220 versus 210 out here. So it's a good. Probably, I'm biased. It's probably the best wicket in the comp. The outfield cops a lot of traffic with the soccer club. We share the facility with the Moonra Cities Football Club. About 3 years ago, the council decided to make, I suppose the word is, ban the soccer club from training in pre-season out on the Peel 1. So we've got scheduling issues out there on Peel 2 with a lot of clashes with senior cricket training and their pre-season, which ramps up. They're training 10 months a year. So so we've got issues there. We're trying to put a grant together for building a set of nets out on Peel 1 so we can train exclusively out there, and the football club can have full access all year round to the Peel 2. But in saying that, now Peel 2 cops are absolute hiding, so they get pushed down to Peel 3 every now and then as well, which they don't particularly like. But.
that's sporting grounds in general. It's just a trend everywhere as participation grows. The demand on grounds grows as well. Now I believe you guys have been, well, everyone that's part of it has been successful. You're going to get a bit of an upgrade to the change rooms and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got an email today. I didn't read all of it, but I believe our change rooms on the Peel 1 side are going to be upgraded to female-friendly change rooms, which is it's good for football. It's good for cricket. There's not a lot of women's cricket played on Peel 1, but we have a long-term goal to try and it's an ambitious goal to try and host a WBBL game here one day. But part of that is actually getting the change rooms upgraded to female-friendly standard, and a few other things around that.
Yeah,
around that space, so.
That'd be fantastic. I mean, there's a number of young girls in the area, as well as older ladies playing now. That'd be over the moon if we get a WBBL game here. So watch this space. So just to sort of wrap it up, so Ash, you get a chance to have a hit yourself in amongst all this sort of stuff. How's the season going?
I've had a okay season. I've had better, but I've had worse as well. So I'm in the middle. I find game time is when I'm at peace. I get left alone, genuinely. Very busy before games and then after games, but 45 overs on a Saturday in D grade, I get to get out there amongst it and just be one of the lads on the field, which is good. Our D grade side's going really well. We've lost one game. Potentially, us and another team probably should have been pushed into the C grade to make a stronger side, a stronger C grade side, but that's the decision the association made. But it is what it is, and we just can either go out there and play who we're playing. So I think Hillman have come back to the. Probably lifted their standard a little bit in D grade. So there's 3 genuine title threats, and the other sides are. Yeah. Well,
it happens. I mean, especially with the shift rosters, because there's a lot of people that work FIFO or DIDO or whatever you want to call it in the region, and depending on the shift roster, some clubs have got a swathe of players, and then the next week they're struggling to get their teams together. And that's the region, and that's okay. And the beauty I've seen as someone that's come in is that everyone understands that and does their bit to make sure that it works.
I don't think any one club's affected more than any other, but it's just something that everyone in the Peel region has had to sort of get used to. But it's a problem. Well, it's not a problem. It's a blessing and a curse, I suppose. So I think everyone finds one week you've got a heap of people available, and the next week you're trying to scratch around trying to find blokes. But genuinely, a couple of times we've gone through the year where we thought we're going to struggle to fill the fifth side, but we've managed to get there so far this year, so it's been great.
Yeah, that's good. So as we speak, Hall's Head, if there was an overall trophy for like club and points across the board, I dare say you guys would probably be topping that table. That might be something to bring to the table to the committee. So committee, if you're listening to this, that might be an idea. I don't know.
I just want on the record, I haven't asked Ratio to say that.
Just an overall thing. I don't know. Might be an idea. And we've got to start wrapping this up. So look, hopefully you understand a little bit more about Hall's Head Cricket Club. I know I have, and it's great for me to get to know the people behind the scenes doing all the hard work. Players, whatever club you're at, but Hall's Head for this particular one, don't be afraid to reach in the pocket, buy a white Jim Beam and Coke can for the prayers every now and again. Say thank you, and that goes for any volunteer at your clubs. Remember, they do a power of work to allow you to play and enjoy the game. So remember to, just say thanks and mean it. Ash, thank you for your time today. It's been great to have a chat to you. Good luck for the rest of the season, and maybe the next time we speak, we might see your lovely face.
Maybe. Thanks a lot, yeah. Cheers.
Okay, so that was Ash Wyborn, President of Hall's Head Cricket Club. You're on the Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Show. Proudly brought to you by Retravision, ESA Sport and Everlast Sports Drinks. I'm about to get out there and call Hillman v Mandurah, which should be a belter. So, thank you. Okay. We are riding this baby home. The Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Show, episode 18, I think episode 18. We are on episode 18. You wouldn't bloody believe it, would you? I can't believe how quick this season's gone. But we've still got plenty to go. We've still got 2 weeks, 2 rounds of normal cricket, of the fixtures of the home and away season of the Peel Cricket Association, and then we're into the business end. We are finals time. You can smell it in the air. And that's where it all counts. So it's Australian sport. We live for finals. That's the way it works. So we are heading fast towards what will be, I reckon, a humdinger of a final series. So we've got finals in the PCA. We've got the second semi-final coming up Tuesday night, Halls Head versus Mandurah, or Mandurah versus Halls Head, whichever bloody way you want to go. That is going to be an absolute belter, and I can't wait for Tuesday night, bringing you the action live and exclusive on the Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Channel. But if it's a nice balmy night, the crowds are getting better and better as the weather heats up. We're getting in the hundreds, I reckon, coming down, and they're enjoying nice warm evenings, sitting there with a nice cold frosty beverage. Bar will be open, great entertainment. So why not come down? If you finish training, maybe finish a little bit earlier, and get down. If not, if you're going to stay at training and watch, do your training and all that sort of stuff, get YouTube up on the big screen or on your TV, and live ball-by-ball coverage. We've got some big rounds of cricket coming up, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, so we'll just do the A grade. I can't sit here all night and do all of them. So we've got South Mandurah at Warnborough at Falcon Reserve. We've got Pinjarra and White Knights. Well done to Terry McNeil, getting really good reports about the new and improved square at Sir Ross McClarty. So well done there to everyone involved, but obviously the main man Terry. So good stuff there. Penny and White Knights. White Knights having a little bit of a late dash, having a good season. Mandurah Secret Harbour. Mandurah just want to keep continuing doing what they're doing. They keep winning. That's all they can do, and then that might be enough to get them into the finals. All you got to do is get there, and then it's anyone's game. Singleton Irwinians. There's a big one there. And Halls Head, Shoalwater Bay. Shoalwater could be a preview of what may be the grand final of the T20 comp the week after. You don't know. Who knows? So Shoalwater will be riding high after a big win on Tuesday, just gone in RETRAVISION Premier T20 League. And as mentioned, it is being recognised statewide as best T20 comp outside of the Premier. And I tell you what, we may be biased, but I tell you what, tell me that it's not. You tell me how it's not. So we're getting our marquee players a top draw. Our returning players just highlight how much good work junior clubs are doing in the foundation years of all these players before they decide to progress to Premier Cricket, and that's a great thing. It's a great thing that the nursery is producing and enabling players to chase their dream, and that's why you go and play Premier Cricket, because you just think you're only a few games away from pulling on the baggy green. Who's the next Scott Boland or Marnus Labuschagne? Because seriously, Scott Boland, where the hell did he come from? I know he's played a lot of first class cricket, but he never played any pathway stuff. He just did it through solid club cricket and then got picked all that way. And then, Marnus Labuschagne is arguably the top 2 in the conversation. He's the number 1 ranked batter in the world anyway. He came from nowhere. So, you just think you're, 5 or 6 games away from a baggy green. And hey, why not? Why not? Dream big. Look, we've got a hell of a lot happening. Also, as I mentioned a bit earlier on, just look out for the next little special that'll drop before the next version of this. Just another little interview with another little special guest. Just trying to provide some entertainment. So if you got any feedback, anything you'd like to see in the run home, if I'm missing something, if I'm annoying you, or whatever, just shoot through a line. Remember, you can chat during the game as well. Just message on Messenger, on the Peel Cricket Association Facebook page. And lastly, apologies for my interviews. So sorry, Daniel Jones and Chris D'Alessandro. I know the Shoalwater boys in particular, they're very disappointed. I don't know what happened. The mic was working and then it didn't work, and I don't know. So look, that happens. I'll do some testing. I might use one of my other 1001 different bits of electronic crap I've got floating around the house, and I'll make sure that it works better next week. So we'll be able to get pre-game interviews before the big game on Tuesday night. Okay, that pretty much wraps it up. This has been The Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Show, Retravision, Everlast, ESA Sport. They are backing us to the hilt. Let's back them to the hilt in return. My name is Orazio Santalucia. I am the man on the ground trying to pump this joint up and blow it all up and let everyone know about how good cricket is in the Peel region. Good luck to everyone on the weekend. Hit the middle of the bat, hit the top of off, take every catch. See you next week.